Megillat Esther, we're introduced to our heroes, our hero and our villain. We have Mordechai ben Shimi, ben Yair ben Shimi ben Kish, Ish Yini, and we have Haman HaAgagi. Now, it's clear that the Megillah is trying to explain to us we should go all the way back to the time of Shaul. Kish, the father of Shaul, and Agagi, Melech Agag, the king of the Amaleki. We know that in the first battle, Shaul let Amalek get away, didn't complete his job, and now we have round two. Round two between the Jews and Amalek. But I think that the Megillah is trying to teach us something else. It could have just said Kish, we would have known from Shevet Binyamin, we would have known that he's the descendant of Shaul. But mentioning Shimi is teaching us a different idea. Shimi ben Gera had cursed out David when he was running away from Absalom's rebellion. During that time, he cursed out David, and the loyalists of David wanted to kill him. And David said, no, let him be. When David resumed power, Shimi ben Gera came and asked to be forgiven. And David forgave him. David pardoned him, swore to him he would not kill him. And yet, on his deathbed, he instructs his son Shlomo to have Shimi killed, and he is a couple of years later. In this short amount of time that Shimi is allowed to live till he's eventually put to death, according to Chazal, he fathers a child, and that child goes on to be the ancestor of Mordechai and Yehudi. The idea that Chazal is trying to tell us is that we never know. Here it is, this brief amount of time that Shimi ben Gera was allowed to live brought about Mordechai, who became the savior of Klal Yisrael. Now all of us, if we look into our family's history, if we go back, some of us go to the Holocaust, some of us go to Arabic countries where our families had to run away from. The further you go back, constantly, people are on the run from one country in Europe to another country in Asia. There was so much movement the last 2,000 years, usually because of persecution. We know that every story has miracles, how this family member was able to survive, another family member did not. And the mere fact that we are alive is miraculous. The way that Shimi ben Gera was allowed to live a few more years, and it brought about Mordechai, our grandparents and our great-grandparents, and several generations earlier, they were allowed to live a few more years, made it from one country to another, maintained their Jewishness, passed it on, maybe so that we should be here. The way that Shimi's extension brought about Mordechai, who saved Klal Yisrael, could very well be that our grandparents and great-grandparents, they made it through difficult times so that we now can flourish, that we now can be instrumental Jews in the affairs of the Jewish world. I once made this statement, I just thought, just as the Gemara says, Kadosh Baruch Hu is always makdim refuah l'malkeh. God always sets up a situation where there's something that can prevent a tragedy. I felt that the way Mordechai and Esther were there, the right people in the right spot, able to prevent the genocide, that every single time, God always puts a Jew in the right place to prevent a genocide. That there never had to be any pogroms, Holocausts, blood libels, persecutions, expulsions. God always put someone in the right place. Difference is, they didn't step up to the plate. Mordechai and Esther did. I ran this idea through Rav Hirschhorn, and he totally agreed with me. And it could very well be that there's always someone in the right place. And maybe, right now, that's us, in our communities, in our families. We can be the person now to change so many things about us. And unfortunately, many of us don't feel that we can rise to that occasion. Many of us are satisfied shooting for mediocrity. And that's a shame. The story of Megillah is to tell us, Megillah Esther and Purim is to tell us that it doesn't matter where you have been, it doesn't matter where you are. It matters where we're going to. We can aspire to greatness. Mordechai saw the moment, carpe diem, chose the moment, grabbed it, and he did something with it. Esther as well. And this is what we have to do. We have to be leaders in our home. We have to be leaders in our community. We have to be leaders in the Jewish people. We have the opportunity of being here in the yeshiva. We saw the type of leader that Rabina is, what he's been doing for so many years. The yeshiva has been producing all sorts of Talmidei Chachamim, people that care about what's going on in their community. And that's our job, and that's what we have to continue. We have to continue this legacy. Baruch Hashem, we have the opportunity of getting together every so often, having Shabbatonim. And this year we have another one coming soon. It will be fantastic if everyone could go once again, get together with people from all the different years, with Rabbanim, recharge batteries, and then be able, with that power, to empower all of those around us. Chag Sameach, Baruch Sameach.